Failure is often seen as something negative, a sign of weakness, an indicator that we are not good enough, not smart enough, or not capable enough. But the truth is, failure is not the opposite of success. It is a necessary step toward it. Every time we fail, we are presented with an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to come back stronger than before. Think about it. The greatest inventors, leaders, and visionaries in history did not succeed on their first attempt. They failed, sometimes repeatedly, but they understood one fundamental truth. Failure is a teacher, not a final verdict. When you fail, you gain knowledge that you wouldn't have otherwise. You understand what doesn't work, what needs improvement, and what must be done differently. This is how progress happens, not through instant success, but through trial and error, persistence, and adaptation. Failure also builds resilience. When you experience setbacks, you develop the mental strength to handle challenges in the future. You learn how to stand tall in the face of adversity, how to keep moving forward when everything seems against you. This resilience is what separates those who achieve greatness from those who surrender to their circumstances. Most people fear failure because society has conditioned us to see it as an embarrassment. We are taught that failing means we are not capable. But the reality is, failure is proof that you are trying, that you are stepping out of your comfort zone, and that you are daring to chase something bigger than yourself. Those who never fail are often those who never take risks, who never push themselves beyond the ordinary. It is important to shift our mindset. Instead of asking, "What if I fail?" ask yourself, "What will I learn if I fail?" Because in every failure, there is a hidden lesson, a lesson that can guide you toward improvement, toward growth, and eventually towards success. Failure is also a test of character. It reveals who you truly are. Do you let failure define you? Or do you rise above it? Weak people allow failure to break them. Strong people use it as fuel to push forward. Every setback carries within it the seeds of a greater comeback. There is no great achievement without failure. No success story is written without chapters of struggle. Every mistake, every rejection, and every disappointment is simply part of the journey. The only real failure is giving up. Because as long as you keep going, failure is not the end. It is just a stepping stone on the path to greatness. He said, success is not determined by talent alone. It is not measured by intelligence, resources, or even opportunities. True success is defined by resilience, the ability to endure hardships, to rise after falling, and to keep moving forward despite difficulties. Life is not a smooth journey. It is filled with obstacles, challenges, and moments that test our patience, strength, and belief in ourselves. Everyone faces failures, disappointments, and setbacks. But what separates those who succeed from those who don't is their ability to persist when others quit. Resilience is the foundation of every great achievement. If you look at history, you will see that the most successful people were not the ones who never faced failure, but the ones who refused to let failure stop them. They were knocked down, doubted, and even ridiculed. But they had one thing in common. They never gave up. They understood that failure is not a sign to stop, but a challenge to overcome. Resilience is not just about enduring hardships. It is about growing stronger because of them. Every struggle you face teaches you something valuable. It forces you to adapt, to improve, and to develop the mental strength needed to handle even greater challenges in the future. Those who lack resilience crumble under pressure, while those who possess it become unstoppable. Think about the moments when life tested you, the moments when you felt like giving up, but somehow you found the strength to keep going. That strength is resilience. And every time you push through hardships, your resilience grows stronger. It becomes your greatest weapon, your inner power that allows you to face anything that comes your way. Success is not immediate. It requires time, effort, and patience. The road is filled with failures, setbacks, and disappointments. Many people start strong, but only a few make it to the end. Why? Because success does not belong to the most talented or the most intelligent. It belongs to those who refuse to quit. Resilience is also about mindset. It is about training your mind to see challenges not as roadblocks, but as opportunities for growth. It is about shifting your perspective from "why is this happening to me" to "what can I learn from this?" Every hardship carries a lesson, and those who embrace these lessons become stronger with each challenge they face. The truth is, no one escapes struggle. Even the most successful people in the world had to fight battles, face rejections, and endure failures. But they all had one thing in common. They never allowed these difficulties to break them. Instead, they used them as fuel to push forward. Resilience is what keeps you standing when everything is against you. It is the voice inside you that says, "Keep going." It is the fire that refuses to burn out, no matter how strong the storm is. Those who have it will always find a way to rise. Those who lack it will surrender to circumstances. The world does not reward those who give up. It remembers those who keep fighting, no matter how tough the battle. Because at the end of the day, success is not given to those who never fall. It is given to those who refuse to stay down. No one becomes strong by living an easy life. Strength is not built in comfort. It is forged in struggle. Hardships are not meant to break you. They are meant to shape you, to test you, and make you into the person you are destined to be. Every challenge, every failure, and every difficulty you face is an opportunity to grow stronger. Think about the strongest people you know, the ones who never give up, who stand tall no matter what life throws at them. Were they born that way? No. They became strong because life tested them. They faced obstacles, endured pain, and overcame difficulties. And with every hardship, they grew tougher, wiser, and more resilient. Hardships are like weights in a gym. If you never lift anything heavy, your muscles will never grow. If life never challenges you, you will never develop the strength to handle bigger problems. The more resistance you face, the stronger you become. That is why the most successful people in the world are often those who have suffered the most. They did not run from their struggles, they faced them head-on. Pain is a powerful teacher. It teaches you patience, endurance, and resilience. It teaches you to appreciate success because you know what it feels like to fail. It forces you to dig deep and discover your true potential. Without hardship, there is no growth. Without struggle, there is no strength. Many people fear difficulties. They want success, but they do not want to go through the struggle. They want victory, but they do not want to fight the battle. But that is not how life works. Strength comes from pushing through the hard times, from refusing to quit when everything seems against you. There will be moments in life when you feel like giving up, when you think you cannot take one more step. But those are the moments that define you. Will you surrender or will you rise? Will you let your hardships destroy you or will you use them to become stronger? Hardships are not punishments. They are lessons. They are opportunities to prove to yourself how strong you really are. Every great success story is built on a foundation of struggles. Every champion, every leader, every legend has gone through moments of doubt, pain, and failure, but instead of giving up, they kept going, and in doing so, they became unbreakable. Strength is not about never falling. It is about always getting back up. It is about refusing to let circumstances define you. It is about knowing that no matter how hard things get, you have the power to keep moving forward. Because at the end of the day, it is not the easy times that make you strong. It is the hardships that build your strength. ChatGPT said, belief is the foundation of victory. Every great achievement in history began with belief. Every revolution, every breakthrough, every success story started with a person who believed in something bigger than themselves, something that others doubted, something that seemed impossible at the time. Belief is the invisible force that turns dreams into reality. It is the foundation upon which victory is built. Without belief, talent is wasted. Without belief, effort becomes meaningless. Without belief, even the strongest individuals crumble under pressure. But when you truly believe, when you have an unshakable conviction in yourself and your purpose, there is nothing that can stop you. Look at the world around you. Every great leader, every game changer, every icon you admire had one thing in common. They believed when no one else did. When others told them it couldn't be done, they refused to listen. When failures knocked them down, they stood back up. Why? Because their belief was stronger than their doubts. The biggest battles in life are not fought on the outside, they are fought within the mind. The moment you doubt yourself, you lose half the battle. The moment you start thinking, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I will fail, maybe I should quit, that is when defeat begins. But when you believe, truly believe with every fiber of your being, you unlock a power greater than any obstacle. Belief fuels resilience. It gives you the strength to keep going when everything seems against you. When the world tells you that you will fail, belief whispers, keep pushing. When you fall, belief gives you the courage to rise again. It keeps you focused when distractions try to pull you away. It gives you patience when success takes longer than expected. People often look at successful individuals and think they were lucky or that they had some special advantage. But if you listen to their stories, you will realize one thing. They had setbacks, they had failures, they had moments of struggle, but they never let doubt win. They never allowed fear to control them. Belief is not just about having faith in yourself. It is about having faith in the process. It is about understanding that success does not happen overnight. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes perseverance. And most importantly, it takes an unwavering belief that no matter how long it takes, you will get there. The world is filled with people who had talent but never succeeded, not because they weren't capable, but because they didn't believe in themselves. They gave up when things got tough. They let fear win. On the other hand, there are people who were told they weren't smart enough, strong enough, or skilled enough, yet they succeeded. Why? Because they believed when no one else did. Doubt is the biggest enemy of success. It sneaks into your mind and makes you question your potential. It tells you that you are not ready, that you are not worthy, that you should quit before you fail. But doubt is a liar. It is nothing more than fear disguised as logic. The only way to defeat it is to believe so strongly in yourself that no failure, no rejection, no setback can shake your confidence. Belief is also contagious. When you believe in yourself, others start believing in you too. Your energy, your conviction, your passion, it inspires people. It makes them want to follow you, support you, and be part of your journey. But that belief has to start from within. If you don't believe in yourself, how can you expect anyone else to? Every great achievement, every impossible dream, every major victory begins with one simple thing: belief. So if you want to win, if you want to succeed, if you want to change your life, start with belief. Because once you truly believe, nothing can stand in your way. Life is not a straight path. It is a journey filled with ups and downs, victories and defeats, moments of joy and moments of struggle. No matter who you are, no matter how talented, intelligent, or hardworking you may be, you will face setbacks, you will experience failure, you will encounter obstacles that seem impossible to overcome. But one thing you must always remember is this: every setback is temporary. Nothing in life is permanent. Not success, not failure, not pain, not struggle. Whatever difficulty you are going through right now, no matter how big it may seem, it will pass. Time moves forward, and so must you. The only thing that can make a setback permanent is if you allow it to defeat you. If you surrender, if you stop believing in yourself. But if you refuse to give up, if you keep pushing forward, then no setback can stop you. History is filled with people who faced unimaginable difficulties, yet they rose above them. Great leaders, world champions, inventors, and visionaries, all of them encountered setbacks that could have ended their journeys. But they understood one simple truth: failure is just a chapter, not the whole story. They did not let their defeats define them. Instead, they learned from them, adapted, and came back stronger. When you fail at something, it is easy to feel like it is the end. It is easy to let disappointment take over. But think about this. How many times in life have you faced problems that, at the time, seemed impossible to overcome? Yet, somehow, you made it through. What once felt like the worst moment of your life eventually became just a memory. The same is true for every challenge you will ever face. No matter how difficult it seems today, one day you will look back and realize that it was just another step in your journey. A setback does not mean you are incapable. It does not mean you are not good enough. It does not mean you will never succeed. It simply means that something needs to be adjusted. Maybe you need to improve your strategy. Maybe you need to gain more experience. Maybe you need to develop more patience. But it never means you should quit. The people who achieve great things are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who never stop. Think about the strongest individuals you know. The ones who have built incredible careers, overcome personal hardships, or achieved things that seemed impossible. They did not do it because they never faced difficulties. They did it because they refused to let the difficulties define them. They saw every setback as a temporary delay, not a permanent defeat. The problem is not failure. The problem is how you respond to failure. Do you allow it to break you, or do you use it as motivation to push even harder? Do you sit in self-pity, or do you rise with even greater determination? Life is not about avoiding setbacks. It is about learning how to move past them. Many people give up just because they face one rejection, one loss, or one failure. They assume that if something does not work the first time, it will never work. But the reality is, the first attempt is rarely the final result. The most successful people in the world failed more times than they succeeded. The difference is, they saw failure as a stepping stone, not a dead end. Pain is temporary. Disappointment is temporary. Struggle is temporary. But the lessons you gain from them, the strength you develop, and the resilience you build, those last forever. Every hardship is an opportunity to grow stronger, to improve, and to prepare for the victories that lie ahead. The only real failure is giving up. As long as you keep moving forward, every setback you face will eventually become just another part of your success story. Because no matter how hard things get, no matter how many times you fall, always remember this. Every setback is temporary. Success is not for the lucky. It is not for the talented. It is not for those who start strong but lack the endurance to finish. Success belongs to those who refuse to quit, no matter how tough the journey gets. Winners persist when others quit. Life is a test of endurance. It does not reward those who take the easy way out. It rewards those who keep going even when everything seems to be against them. Every champion, every leader, every great person in history has faced moments where quitting seemed like the easiest option, but instead of surrendering, they chose to persist, and that is why they won. Many people start with dreams, they set goals, they feel motivated at the beginning, but when obstacles arise, when the road gets difficult, they start doubting themselves, they lose motivation, they listen to the voices that tell them, it's too hard, maybe this isn't for you. Maybe you should give up. And that is where the separation happens. The winners keep going when the quitters stop. Think about any great success story. It is never a straight path. It is never easy. It is filled with struggles, failures, disappointments, and setbacks. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is simple. The successful ones never gave up. Quitting is always an option. It is the easiest thing to do. When things get hard, walking away feels like the simple choice. But what do you gain from quitting? Nothing. You remain in the same place. You never know what could have been if you had just pushed a little further. Winners understand one thing. Pain is temporary, but quitting is permanent. The discomfort, the exhaustion, the frustration, it all fades, but the regret of giving up, that lasts forever. Winners accept the struggle. They embrace the grind. They know that the process is not supposed to be easy, but they trust that the reward is worth it. It is not about talent. It is not about intelligence. It is about mindset. The strongest people are not necessarily the smartest or the most gifted. They are simply the ones who refuse to quit. They have the mental toughness to push through the moments when others would walk away. Ask yourself this: how many people have failed not because they weren't capable, but because they gave up too soon? How many people had the potential for greatness, but settled for mediocrity because they couldn't handle temporary discomfort? The world is filled with people who almost made it, people who were inches away from their breakthrough, but chose to quit instead. Don't be one of them. There will be times when it feels like nothing is working. Times when progress seems slow, when success feels out of reach. That is when persistence matters the most. Because when you keep going while others quit, you automatically put yourself ahead. Success is not about never failing. It is about never giving up. It is about showing up every day, putting in the work, and refusing to let challenges defeat you. It is about pushing one more time when your body and mind tell you to stop. It is about proving to yourself that you are stronger than your excuses. The road to victory is paved with struggles. But every struggle makes you stronger. Every failure teaches you something. Every obstacle is preparing you for the moment when everything finally falls into place. The only way to lose is to stop trying. So when things get tough, when you feel like quitting, remind yourself, winners persist when others quit. And if you refuse to quit, then you are already on the path to success.